I get hurt a lot. I have bruises all over. I'm used to the feeling of stubbing my toe because I do it 16 times a day. It's one of the many things that Josiah Creature does during his day. But the stories I'm about to tell you are not regular. Let us start with a small one. This story takes back in Killeen, Texas. The old house. That's what I call it, because it was our old house.
Got him! Got him!
We were at our church getting ready for something, and I was wandering around being a little 18. I saw this big, huge metal door, and for some reason my mind said, you should definitely 100% put your hand in that. And I was wiggling it around, and for some reason that was like amazing.
Hey, that's pretty good.
And I actually can't remember what happened, but the door shut. I was sitting at the front of the door, wiggling my hand in there. So maybe someone behind, saw the door open and just shut it. But I remember I was the only one, in that small area. But the door shut on my fingers. What? Ow! Ah! It's really weird. If you get hurt and don't see it, it's not as painful. But as soon as you see it, your brain's just like... Okay, next story involves blood, or as I like to call it, ketchup. If your knees and arms and face and entire body gets weak if you think about blood, like me, you're fine, because I'll make it fun to watch. Don't worry. This takes place still in Texas, but where I live right now. Wahoo! At a nation of ninjas. I was climbing up the rope, because they have a big rope just hanging from the ceiling, and a little piece of tape at the top so you can press it and say, wow, I climbed a rope and pressed the piece of tape at the top of the rope. Wahoo! And I did. I climbed up the rope how you're supposed to, and then hit the little tape. I was like, oh my gosh, I hit the tape at the top of the rope. Woohoo! But to avoid the boredom of climbing down the rope slowly and safely, I just decided to slide down with my legs on the rope. My knees and the bottom of my legs were still on the rope sliding down. And it was this kind of rope. It just sliced into my leg. Some threads got in it too as I slid down. And same thing, it just burned a little. But when I looked at it, I was like, oh! One of the employees helped me get me to a band-aid. But this bandage had threads. That'll come in later. As we took it off, it was sticking to my leg. So I decided not to take it off. But then my mom said, we have to take it off because it's a bandage. You have to take bandages off. And so she just had to rip it off. So obviously I cried because I'm a little baby. But now I'm good. There's a scar, but now I'm good. But there's a scar, I think. Let me check. Yeah, there's a scar. This next one also includes a scar and did not take place in here. This story was in the place of horrors, the dungeon of unexpected doings, the one and only Ohio. My entire rest of the family lives in Ohio. My aunts, my uncles, my grams, my gramps, my cousins, people I'm related to but don't even know, all live in Ohio. Me and my siblings were gifted 3 pocket knives with our names on them. It was actually really cool. I love them. I still have it. But this one has blood on it, and it was from me. That same day, I was also gifted I forgot. It was a toy in a cardboard box. So I was like, oh, I can cut it with my new pocket knife instead of normal scissors like a normal person. So I proceeded to cut the box. As I got to that edge with the extra tape for some reason, why did they do that? It slid off and went right into my finger. What? My brother helped me get to the bathroom and wash the finger with hot water. Do you know what you're doing? Okay. Then I just had a paper towel on it, and my mom drove me to a fire station, which was actually cool. I got to meet a I got to meet a firefighter. I would shake his hand, but, you know. He told us what to do. He also said you should wear a splint for like a week. So we did. We went to the store, got a splint. We washed my finger off, then went to the store. I wasn't walking with dripping ketchup. But I'm good. I would show you a picture, but I don't think the picture can see the scar. It's very tiny. Back to Texas. Alright, next story didn't happen to me. It happened to my brother, Isaiah. A long time ago, when I don't think I was even born, my family and him were at a church getting ready for a puppet show. When Isaiah was bored, and he found a room full of props, like puppet props and toys and stuff, for the kids. He found a red ball and started playing with it. When he dropped it, it rolled under a chair. The chair it rolled under was like that chair with the plastic chair and the metal legs. Kind of like the ones you have at school. I think those are the ones you have at school. I mean, I wouldn't know, because I'm homeschooled. But instead of crawling under to get the ball, he decided to dive headfirst right into the metal. His head split right open, and he said that's where his memory stops. He doesn't remember what they did at the hospital to, like, clean up the mess. But he does remember the doctor saying, "Okay, this might hurt a little," while giving him chocolate pudding that he says was good. The doctor put glue on his head and then squished it as hard as she could. And he said it hurt. No wonder. Anyway, but now he has a cool scar on his eyebrow that you can't really see because it's on his eyebrow. Or under it. Because it's a scar. And hair grows, like... But if he pulls up his eyebrow, you can see it a little. Wait, what? Let's finish this video off with my most recent injury. Bending my knee the wrong way. What? This takes place in the house I'm in. Right now, because most recent injury. Me and my brother on a trampoline on a nice sunny day. Just kidding, we live in Texas. It was burning. But we're used to it, so we are having a nice sunny day on the trampoline. I was telling him a story while jumping on one leg with my other leg resting on that leg. Leg? You know, leg? You have two of them. And at one jump, my one leg gave out because it's a trampoline, causing my other leg to push on that left leg. You know, leg, you have two of them. And my knee bent that way. Fun fact, it's your knee's not supposed to bend that way. Science. I couldn't even walk for that day. I could only hop. So, like, I got up and hopped to, like, the bathroom and, to get food. But my mom said I should, like, rest, obviously. And I got crutches at one point, so that's good. It healed after, like, a week. And I'm good now, so, I mean, obviously. Yeah. What? Whew. So, that was a lot. Don't get hurt, because it hurts. What? Anyway, you're gonna get hurt. But then you can make it into a video, so that's good. But actually, during the last 3 minutes of animating this video, another injury happened. It happened to my mom, and it was gruesome. So basically, her toenail went... she was carrying a dresser out the driveway, and she actually doesn't remember what happened, but her toe hit it, her shoe grew wings and flew across the yard, and her toenail went up, like in half of the toenail just went and went up, and it hurts if you didn't know, but she had to go to the hospital. Yeah. She has a cast on now, so that's good. Also, the short film. I bet you're all definitely 100% wondering, and you're definitely excited 100%. Oh, yeah, yeah. It's called The Campaign. Get your ideas now, bye, love you. This story was in the place of horrors. Oh, wow. Wow, I just said holes. While giving him putty. While giving him putty. Pudding? Wait, what?